Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, March 15th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is as below, so above. I let my heart infiltrate my mind with heartfelt desires. And today is the Make-A-Wish energy. It even got a song. Its own song. We're not getting Cosmic Jukebox. We're just getting songs put to words, or words put to song. Sun, conjunct Neptune. Now, this is such a beautiful connection. And I can't say that this energy overall today is not without some tensions. There's definitely some tensionful energy incoming for Thursday that we're going to feel. And as I was sitting here, like, inner peace, trying to connect to the message, was feeling pressing in a little bit. But even when we feel the tensions, even when real life, 3D life, the life that we see is coming at us and it is a challenge, we always have that ability to connect into that higher plan, that higher blueprint, the universe, our soul energy, and connect with those things that we feel connected to, which can translate as desires for us, can translate into wishes for us. And our wishes, our desires, they have a place in our world. They're like, this is the direction that you're meant to be moving towards. Now, sometimes the world is a little funny, that you may have a desire for a specific thing, like you want a pony, and the universe is like, well, here is a mahalo. He took this moment to kind of walk up. I reached a little bit, but here is a mahalo. And you're like, oh joy, I didn't even know that I wanted a mahalo, right? Sometimes the world can be like that. So we can get frustrated because we can become so fixated on things. And yet that desire to connect with an animal, a pony, a mahalo, it's a desire that's moving you in a direction. And that's what we want to be aware of today for this Sun and Neptune energy. Be aware of these desires and hold on loosely. That is a song that pops in often. Hold on loosely when it comes to desire, because the universe has a plan, and that involves a timeline. And it involves sometimes handing you a mahalo. And sometimes we can feel like we are suffering when we are not feeling like we are being given this desire. And that's where today's energy can have like a little edge. Patience. Patience is definitely a Pisces energy. To be in the flow and to know the flow is taking you where you want to go is definitely important. Now, it's interesting because today we are mountain goats in the flow. We have the moon moving into Capricorn at 5 a.m. Pacific time, 5:05 a.m. Pacific time. Capricorn is ready to climb the ladder. If you've ever seen pictures of mountain goats on like literal vertical ledges, mountain goats like, yeah, I got that. I can do that. I can make any climb. I can get myself there. And so we're finding ourselves in a lovely, actually, manifesty energy of willing to go the distance, willing to take the steps that it takes to get there. That's the Capricorn, moon in Capricorn. I am here and I am willing. And the Pisces energy, which is like, are you willing to work with the universe? Are you willing to go with the flow in this energy? Are you willing to let things unfold in their divine timing? And I think that's where we become challenged many times. It's like, I don't know if I'm willing for that. That is hard. But that's the balance that we're striking today. Make a wish. Your desires have purpose. Your wishes have purpose. And no, the universe is saying yes and to these wishes. Yes, here is a mahalo. How lucky for you if you receive a mahalo in this energy. Now, sometimes there's some kinks. Sometimes there's some challenges in ourselves. I find myself challenged with receiving a lot of times, personally. And we may find that coming up. We have Venus in Aries squaring Pluto tomorrow on Thursday. And Venus in Aries is very independent and may have trouble receiving, whether it's wisdom or feeling overpowered and over-controlled by outsiders. This can be in relationship, this can be within yourself, this can be between you and the universe. That edge, it is there. It's coming in strong. We also have the Sun and Mars coming into a square. That square is pretty much ending this Mars shadow energy and hopefully helping us into our next layer of change. But in that square, Mars might be kind of like, the image I'm getting is, you know, a leash that has two separate portions for two dogs, and one dog is pulling this way. Mars is like, I want to go this way. And this dog's like, hold on, I'm peeing on this fire hydrant, not ready to move yet. And you're kind of in the middle. So here's this energy coming in where you're kind of in the middle of these dogs, not knowing if you're meant to be acting, climbing the vertical mountain, or in that flow. Here's the thing. Here's the best advice I can give you. When you are in the flow and you get to the vertical mountain and you have to climb it, do that. But you don't have to like race yourself to that vertical mountain, because chances are you're going to get there and it's a snowstorm and you can't climb it at that time, right? So find the way that you can be in the flow and take that action when that action comes around, when you feel inspired in it. And that will probably be the best way to harmonize yourself in and through this energy. But let me say this. I got some not so harmonic energy going on in here. However, this feels very purposeful, even with all this Pisces. We've got this guilt, so we're in our heads trying to figure it out, and we've got the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt is maybe some ego process that needs to crash down around us a little bit before we can get to our next point of liberation, get to our next point of harmony. Now, let me say there is hope. I was like, what is our remedy to the Thunderbolt? And I got the inner voice, listening to your intuition. But this feels like it's, the Thunderbolt and the guilt feels like it's part of a larger process of liberation that we're going through. I'm calling it liberation because it really feels like that. Today, we have first card up, traveling card. So we are expanding ourselves. The traveling card is like, what baggage do you need to put down? So we're putting down some baggage. And sometimes that can look like a thunderbolt. In this case, it definitely looks like there's some mental challenges in and through this energy. I bring this up often, but it comes up into my mind often because I have not reached my mountain of understanding how yet to climb it. I had a psychic once, Mimi, think bigger. And so I was like, how am I not thinking big enough? Where do I need to think bigger in my life so that I can keep continuing in my flow? So my understanding of that has not arrived yet, but I contemplate it often. So here we are. We're contemplating things. We're in our mind. And it might be some limiting beliefs that we have. It might be some outside control. There's a lot of different ways this energy can show up. Nightmares, fears. Fear is huge right now on this planet. And it threatens to sink our battleship. We have to face the fear. We have to, what I like to say for fear is feel everything and rise. Feel these feelings. We are in Pisces. Feel your feelings. Move on through them. Do not be in those politics. Do not hide from that energy. It's okay, because that ability to go to that place will help you ultimately break free from these old chains. The rebel right there. And I love the rebel comes with a bird. Here's this, I don't know if it's a hawk or eagle. Looks hawkish, but who knows? But birds are messengers. It will come with a message, and you will be able to hear your inner voice better, and you will find a new harmony within yourself but you've got to be willing to go through the process. So what I'm saying is, even though this is Make-A-Wish Day, it is not just sunshine and rainbows. It's got an edge to it. So be aware of that edge. Be aware that this edge is going to be working us through Thursday, maybe a little bit on from there even, but strongly on Thursday. And then keep righting yourself and keep dropping off the baggage and keep bringing the heartfelt desires to your mind, and remind your mind that the universe knows how. You don't need to know how right now. You just need to be a cooperative component in the process and be ready to make the climbs when you need to, and be ready to surrender and flow when you need to. Easy peasy, right? It's just like that. Words and actions. All right, so that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.